happens before the annual review meeting? So there's a whole process for the annual review which we're breaking down, and this is what should be happening before. So at least 2 weeks before the meeting, step 1. Invitations to attend the annual review meeting. So the invitation to attend the annual review meeting should be sent to the parent or young person, the early years provider, ed teacher or principal, the local authority LA education officer, healthcare professional, the LA social care representative. Other relevant individuals should also be invited where appropriate, such as representative from youth offending teams or job coaches. So basically anybody involved with the child or young person should be invited to the annual review meeting. Also, it's also to be noted that they don't, just because they're invited doesn't mean they have to go to the meeting. It's an invite. Who will invite them? If the child or young person is at a school or educational setting, it would be the school or educational setting. If it's the local authority, it would be the local authority's responsibility to do so. At least 2 weeks before the meeting, part 2. So they must also gather information and advice from all those invited and share it with anybody attending. So all those that they've invited, they should be asking for information and advice so then they can share it. But it should be shared at least 2 weeks before. The information and advice gathered should include details of the child or young person's progress, their access to teaching and learning, and whether the current special educational provision is effective. Parents, young people and professionals should also have the opportunity to suggest any changes needed to the EHG plan. Collecting this information in advance of the meeting is essential, particularly where amendments to the plan may be required and is a step that is often overlooked or not properly carried out. So making sure this is done is vital. If the 2 steps to invite and obtain advice and information are not followed, so if you have been given less than 2 weeks notice for the meeting and the relevant advice and information has not been shared, you may wish to request that the meeting is postponed so the process can be properly followed. I definitely advise that it is. Unless you're in an emergency situation and it's just not possible and it needs to happen, there's no other reason why you can't postpone it. And at the end of the day, it is down to them to do it right in the first place. Then they can avoid having to postpone in the first place, and it is a statutory duty. It's not about us having choices, etc. It's not that the law says you could or anything like that. It's statutory, they have to.